all right. Peace. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I think it was during the new moon in Taurus. I posted about just my frustrations about some of the energies that was happening and how I like couldn't focus enough to like be clear to translate it to you all what was going on. So I wanted to take some time to kind of decompress after the moon cycles were over between the new moon in Taurus and this recent full moon, starry moon, so that I could really like kind of like translate exactly what this energy was about. As you all know, I'm not an astrologer. I practice comedic cosmology with the Tree of Life, and I also get into like natal charts. But I'm not an astrologer to the point of where I know the direct translations of like degrees and planetary alignments. So I don't really get into those depths. I do study people that do, but I don't do that myself. I like to translate things to you all in the terms of what it means for the energy in our lives, as far as like our daily life practices, more on a simplistic kind of explanation than uh, it's a lot more specific than it is general. So yeah, the energy was a lot, and it was funny because I posted this little meme that talked about how we like to. Uh, Something must be going on because with the planets because of all this stuff I'm feeling. I can't sleep. I can't think. Can't eat. Stomach messed up. All this other stuff. And I posted, and a lot of people seem to be experiencing the same thing. Of course, I love the where we're at now and the awareness of how the planets and these moon cycles really do affect us on a they affect our personality as well as they affect our spiritual alignment and our spiritual evolution. So finally, new moon was yesterday, and I'm able to speak with clarity about what that energy was meant for me and what I believe it was meant for on a higher level of collective consciousness. So I posted yesterday, normalize peace and stillness instead of drama and busyness. Normalize peace and stillness instead of drama and busyness. And I think that's especially important for times where we are approaching a change in moon cycles or retrograde planets or different alignments within the planets so that we can recognize the energy that is trying to feed us and direct us. So, I really recommend you all, find your natal charts, get into your natal charts. I can do that for you as well if you need a consultation for that. If you want deeper astrology, I can connect you with someone who knows how to do that. So, uh, basically, what I meant in this post and the energy that I feel like was teaching us was that I see a lot of people, get on the A game. They're doing a lot in community. They're doing a lot for their family. They're becoming entrepreneurs, learning business, going back to school, whatever it is, raising these children in higher levels of awareness and consciousness. And we busy ourselves. I know for me and my personality, we like to be busy. We like to achieve, we like to accomplish. So, but sometimes that's to my detriment. It's to the detriment of my spiritual evolution because it's a distraction. A lot of these things, from job, from making money, from even the things that sometimes we view as important in community, we it is a distraction from what we are specifically purposed to do in our life, which is to bring forth a higher consciousness and perspective of love. So the busyness really distracts us from all of that. So when I talk about normalized peace and stillness, I see, a lot of people, being very proud, which is good, of the things that they've accomplished. But I noticed in myself that when I am in a place where there might be a void going on, where there's not much business happening, and I don't have any drama in my life at this point, because I've learned to transmute. Go to the video before. I've learned to transmute a lot of my relationships and situations so that they become more positive and feeding and reciprocal than negative and toxic and draining. So it feels weird. Like, it feels weird not to be, in a state of turmoil, not to have chaos in my life, not to be busy doing something. It feels weird, sometimes to just come home and relax and binge out on a movie, or not have anything on my to-do list, because not necessarily because I don't have anything to do, but because I recognize in this cycle it's best for me to be still, because it's so much going on. And when I talk about so much going on, meaning that a lot of the things that we have, I see people every moon cycle, they're reaffirming, and I don't mean to laugh, but like I said, it's beautiful that we're in this state of awareness, but I think it's a lot of misinformation about the rituals that we are performing on moon cycles. So every moon cycle should not be a new ritual and a new affirmation and a new purpose and plan and goal. They should definitely reflect each other, so that you are getting guidance from that one or two or three, however many goals that you set, from the beginning of like a full cycle, which would be like a full year cycle. And it's different for everybody, definitely. But I think that's how we become so scattered and so busy, is that we become more goal oriented than now oriented. And it's very, very important for us to recognize that really the lesson is right in this moment. Like, the life is right in this moment. The joy is right in this moment. So, we keep chasing, these goals, chasing these accomplishments and these achievements, and not realizing that we're never done. We are constant creators. We are creators. So we're gonna always create, but when you're not recognizing that place of, okay, I've created this. Now here's the time to appreciate it. Here's the time to enjoy it. Here's the time to rest. Here's the time to let other people appreciate it. Here's the time to be really still, and so that everything else in life can kind of catch up with where you are now. And then, okay, where does this piece, this creation, take me in the next part of the evolutionary process of my spiritual development, or of my purpose and passion here on this plane? Instead of, okay, what's next? Let's go. On to the next. I gotta get this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. And yeah, people buy into, this is, we only got one life, or whatever your beliefs might be around that. But recognizing that, energy is never ending. And if energy is never ending, that means we're never going to reach an end. There is no start, there is no end. So why not take the time to be still? Take the time to be at rest, and to recognize the enjoyment and the love and the peace that you feel in this moment. Even when you do have reached a goal, or checked off something on the to-do list, or accomplished something in life that you were wanting to. And even those in-between periods where you feel like there's frustration or there's tension involved, that's really the time to be still. And to normalize that peace and stillness, and to be okay with, it's okay to be still sometimes. It's okay to not have anything to do. That doesn't mean that, you're not going to accomplish what you're going to accomplish. We have really bought into that whole, I got to work hard, so I could play hard later. And when does that ever happen? If you work yourself, into a corner, you're going to work yourself into a corner. You're going to work yourself to death, and miss the moments, miss the little, minuscule, minute beautiful moments that happen even in the mundane. So just really wanted to touch on that with this cycle. And now that I'm in a place of clarity, I was able to see that for myself, and I was able to be still enough to not put anything else on my, on my to-do list, and to say, oh, this is where I am. I can chill, and that's okay. Or this was guiding me to ask this bigger question, um, so that I can get to the bigger point of what I'm trying to reach. But yeah, so that's where we are. Leave your comments and let me know what you think and what you're feeling and what this cycle brought for you. Again, this is, what is it? It is June 17th, so this is the day after Father's Day and the full moon. So much love and peace to you all. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Professor Joy Mayat. Peace. Be love, live truth.